he may be fast between the wickets, but he does give you the nerves every now and again. He was going to the far end. Boone called him, and why he was stopping for, I'm not sure.
Yes, it was nothing to do with him at all. It was Boone's call. He then created a problem by stopping there and doing a little dance, and anything could have happened. Absolutely anything.
That must have been close. He's gone. Yes, it was. So Dean Jones coming inside of his wicket, leg before to Walsh.
Umpire Peter McConnell took a long, hard think about this one. It nipped back, and I tell you what, it looked adjacent to me. The bowler went after it, and after a lot of thought, Umpire McConnell's finger goes up, and then there's that sickly feeling inside the batsman as he sees it happen. So Dean Jones out. LBW, Australia now 2 for 54.
Magnificent bit of feeling.
Benjamin. It's a good shot. Splits the gap. That may be 4. They're coming around quickly. 2 of them converging on it. 4 runs. Two for 77. It's well bowled and it's missed by Dujon. 4 byes, or was it an edge? 4 byes. It's well played. That's in the gap. That could be 4.
David Boone showing that he's now prepared to take a few risks, and he's picked out his spot where he's going.
Nice. Oh, big shout.
One, and it was just going down leg side.
It's missing leg stump.
Great shot. A great shot. Not even the despairing dive could cut that off. But it is the sort of thing the Australian batsmen have to do now. They have wickets in hand. Oh, great shot. That fairly whistled over the ground. Hold him. David Boone being knocked back. Now here's a little tester for Mark Waugh. Batting in his first international. He played against Pakistan but didn't get a strike.
Well, this will be close. Oh, had that hit. He's gone, he's gone. Yes, he's gone. He's hit the stumps, and...
Well, can you blame it? The pressure exerted by the West Indian bowlers. It's 4 for 145.
54 balls, 66 runs. It's not going to get easier. It's going to be Curtly Ambrose.
And he'll be under pressure too.
He's got it away. They'll get 2 here. He's coming back. This will be close. He's got him, has he? No, he hasn't. Oh, and a big appeal there. He's got him. He's out. This time he's out, and the Waugh does not... No, it's not. It's Border. Border does not believe it. This might be the square up. Let's have another look at that.
I beg your pardon. Square up. Good decision.
He's got that away. Lovely shot, magnificent pull shot. Have a look at Winston Benjamin's eyes as he starts. Looks up to the board. Very tense. Oh, he's bowling! Oh, that's a dreadful shot there. He's opened the face up.
Got that away. And that will be the boundary, which will boost Australia's position to end off the over and bring up the 200 at the end of the 47th over of the inning. That's it. into Carl Hook. That's gone for 4. Always a dangerous thing to bring your fine leg in. McDermott has got it away for 4. Australia pull closer. So the last over to be bowled by Curtly Ambrose. The first time he's played at the SCG on the lights. That's it. Richards takes the catch.
Victory for the West Indies. The Australians, it turned out later, thought that what they had to do there was tie the scores, and because they'd lost fewer wickets, they would have won the match. Between Australia and the West Indies. We joined it in the 4th over, 11 runs on the board. Ian Bishop is the bowler, and David Boone is taking straight.
Good shot. On the back foot, waiting for it. And they'll pick up 3 easy runs here. The fielder is Winston Benjamin.
David Boone, realising the field is up in the first 15 overs, prepared to hit over the infield. A beautifully placed pull shot. It wasn't.
That's a pretty long boot, that shot. That's going to be 4. Outfield is a bit slow, but he hit it really well, and that's the first. And that's off the inside edge, played down into the stumps. So
Trouble here. Good shot. Hopped right into that.
Courtney Walsh fumbles. They get 2. Just. Beautiful hit. It's a boundary.
Not even Roger Harper could cut that one.
It's nice deflection. That's fine. It could be 4. .83 on the board for the loss of David Boone. They were off the field 20 minutes. The match was reduced to 49 overs maximum for each side. And if anything, that makes Australia's task even more difficult.
and Roger Harper is going to get a bowl for the first time. That's a neat deflection. Picking up 2. And bringing up Australia's 100. Not very often you see Richards drop a catch, but that was a very difficult one. Now this is a chance. He's gone.
The last man dismissed was Geoffrey Marsh. Here is how he went.
New batsman is Graham Wood. Comes in to replace his Western Australian teammate, Jeff Marsh. Just run out.
He's left for dead a bit there by Dean Jones. Roger Harper does the job very easily.
Slight deflection. And
to a very fine third man.
Now it's to be Roger Harper. He'll be bowling to Graham Wood. Jones is 35, Wood 9. Some spin there. It won't displease Peter Taylor as he's watching. A man out there at deep square, but it's gone well wide of him.
And he's coming freely now. Beautifully fielded.
And that's LBW.
Bowled 43 runs after a slow start. Some haphazard running, but Australia now 3 for 144.
Alan Border has decided to keep the right-hand, left-hand combination going. Dean Jones was dismissed.
It's in the air, down towards square leg. Good placement and into the fence.
That's the boundary line.
And he's got that way too. Good shot. He's a fine cricketer, this fella. Into the fence it goes. And again. Benjamin
Made 4.35.
inside edge, and that'll be 4. Oh, it's in the air, and this is how he gets out so often. Ambrose has got him. Oh, he's dropped it. It's gone. No, it's not. Yes, it's Ambrose. Straight through his legs. Bishop cannot believe it. 4.57 they've got it to now. In the air, down towards square leg. Beating the fieldsman. Oh, it's well stopped. That over the top, the man down there will cut it off, but they'll get another 2. Oh, he's bowled him. That is a rank full toss. Bowled at high pace, and that brings to an end what has been a little gem of an innings.
A wonderful innings by Stephen Waugh, but once again Ambrose with the Yorker. He yorked him. He didn't seem to move. He was stuck in the crease. But a fine innings, and innings has put Australia with a real chance here. There's the full pitch. Took off stump. Played all around it. But a great ovation for Stephen Waugh. The crowd realised that his little quick-fire innings has got...
In the air, he's gone. 2 in a row. Out. And this ground is on its feet. Quite right. Viv Richards is deadly dangerous in that position at mid-wicket. He's what we call a swooper. Oh, this is going to be out. Yes, he's gone. He doesn't even have to throw it. Tragedy. Simon O'Donnell looking for one, but Ambrose following through, able to pick the ball up and run up to the stumps, take the bails off.
Yeah, it's a little bit of any...
Oh, he's out. No, he's not. It's hit the stumps and they've got to run. Well, there are all sorts of ways to get runs against the West Indies. This is quite innovative.
But it isn't Ambrose a competitor. Here we push...
Ordered the strike, and the question now is, what can he do? Back at mid, gap at mid-on and mid-wicket. He's gone for it. He's hit it in the air. Richie Richardson's there, and he picks it up on the half volley. Oh, there's a mix-up. There's a huge mix-up. He's out by Miles. Border run out by Miles.
Wow, can they do anything wrong? Taylor gets off the mark, but you must press. They're going to press. Not this time. Yes, they will.
Yes, well, that's what happens if you put a bit of pressure on the fieldsman. Brilliant bit of fielding there, the ball before. And nudging that one off his hip for one. Richardson again into the action. Oh, he's bowled him. This Ambrose is unreal. He really has turned this game on its head. Australia were looking so good, and he's come back into the attack, and he's caused havoc.
Yes, they've lost about 5 for 20. And this is the Yorker again. Well, pretty close to him, between his legs, trying to hit it somewhere around about square leg.
Try one. Oh, and it's gone for 4. A very fine nick on that one by Taylor. And into the fence it goes. He would have enjoyed that.
The ball was very full, and
he's got him. Caught enough runs, though. Bishop. Oh, bowled him. Neck and crop. It took one ball. Salim Malik caught and bowled Peter Taylor off the very first ball he bowled here tonight. Pretty straightforward catch too, and in she goes. 1 for none. And Pakistan 4 for 59. Just so far this summer, 1 for 52, 3 for 50, 1 for 52, 2 for 36. His best figure.
Going to be the 6th bowler. Pakistan need 51. Alan Border has had quite a bit of success. Birds out at these two, Peter Taylor and Alan Border. They work in tandem.
And I tell you what, it was a good one too. It was smashed back at him. Border was nice and calm, hardly moved, and it went thundering into his hands there. Tremendous caught and bowled. Perhaps another one for the Sweps classic catches. Come back. This ball comes back in a hurry, right off the meat of the bat, and whack into the left hand it goes, and yet another one to Alan Border.
Well, it's going to drop short. Dean Jones out at mid-wicket, and he bowled so extremely well the other night against the West Indies. The first delivery of the over was on strike. Terry Alderman doesn't bowl the slower ball all that much, not as well as certainly Stephen Waugh, Simon O'Donnell. Imran runs for the bye, and he's out. What a great throw there by Ian Healy. Didn't take the glove off. He got the underarm away and hit the off stump, and that's a great blow for Australia.
Certainly was a great piece of work by Healy. Imran steady, and Imran just short of his ground. Run out for 41.
To keep Shoaib on strike. Alderman keeps Shoaib on strike. He's got it into the gap. Murph Hughes there at backward square. So 9 needed. 3 balls to go, and they've got the man they want on strike, Wasim Akram. He's their big hitter.
Yes, he is their big hitter, but the Australian bowlers have kept the ball up. They've been at the stumps. The pressure showing on young Wasim's face there. 3 balls remaining, 9 runs. You have to put your money on Australia. The boundaries haven't come in the last 14 overs. They've defended brilliantly here. All conditions favouring the batsman.
And once again doing the job for Australia. He did it the other night against the West Indies. He's doing it against Pakistan.
And a lesson here for the younger guys. He was up, he was at the stumps. Wasim Akram's hit the stumps many times this year, and rightly so, I say. Beautiful piece of bowling, right at the stumps, no width at all. And there it goes away, ricocheting down to the third man position. Well bowled, Terry Alderman.
Wasim Akram giving himself a little bit of room there. There's no fine leg back. He's up inside the circle. Carter can only get the single, so it's all over unless Australia bowl a wide or a no ball.
It really has been a fine performance. They're on a roll, Australia. They'll go to Sydney on Thursday feeling very confident indeed. Their batting's firing, their bowlers certainly online, doing a great job. And they are fielding as well as any side in the competition. In fact, they're fielding as better than any side at the competition at this stage of the series.
That's it, a great victory to Australia. Get there and claim it, and the Australians have certainly done that with their bowling and their fielding. They've claimed victory. They've also claimed a spot in the finals against...
125 and 60 was on whack there. 19 overs to go, 7 for 108. They just fell short. 42 to Imran. A brilliant piece of work from him. But I'm not quite sure they went
A bit of a travesty if we hadn't won that game today.
Certainly would have been, because you batted so well.
Yeah, the batting was absolutely superb. It was a good track. Swampy Marsh, another great knock. So, you know, the runs we had on the board, was always going to be tough. So,
Good luck in the finals.
Thanks very much, Tom.
Right, and we've got other than Jeff Marsh. Congratulations. You really must have enjoyed that today.
Yeah, I did, Tony. It's been a hard season, and get a few runs today was great.
And that wicket obviously improved dramatically today. Not quite so much grass on it. Came onto the bat nicely.
Yeah, it's a good wicket, one-day wicket, and I hope we keep them up.
And what about the West Indies now? We've got to do something about getting 250 against them.
I haven't seen them around for a couple of days. They haven't gone home, have they?
Today.
This has been another presentation from Nine's Wide World of Sports.
And the first 2 balls of this innings resulted in 2 wickets, and the Australians from that minute on really looked as if they had things under control.
Wild when man of the match Terry Alderman collected 2 wickets in the first 2 deliveries. Alderman and Simon O'Donnell finished with 3 wickets each, while openers Boone and Marsh set the stage for a 5-wicket victory to Australia with 5 overs to spare.
Australia couldn't have wished for a better start. This was the first ball of the day.
That's a nice way to start.
If that didn't bring the Gabba to life, then Alderman's second ball did.
On he's bowled him as well.
It was enough to tempt any batsman to glue the bails on, but Alderman was denied his hat-trick, and instead Pakistan started to build a decent run rate. Not everything was going right for Australia. Javed was headed for a certain run-out, but the ball deflected from War into Wood's face, and the West Australian was taken to hospital for X-rays on his jaw. Shaib and Javed put on 64, but the partnership ended when Shaib was caught by Marsh. With the threat of losing a few fans, the Aussies tried their hardest to capitalise on the great start. Javed did well to bring up a half-century, but like his luck, was run out.
Could be out here, he's gone.
4 for 24, and O'Donnell broke through again.
Done it. Good catch. He hit that like a rocket.
As was the case yesterday, Pakistan needed another mighty knock from Imran.
Straight down the ground, and that's a big 6. It's a huge 6.
But Pakistan's total wasn't huge, 203. And our opening duo of Boone and Marsh made a great start to the chase. In fact, it was the best start they've made all summer. Sharing the boundaries and playing a variety of shots, the two brought up Australia's 100 in what seemed no time at all. But even quicker came their demise.
Fielder out there, Ijaz. Beautifully taken.
Emulating Alderman's effort, Aqib clean bowled Marsh on the next ball, and suddenly it was 2 for 100. McDermott was elevated to first drop and had no trouble in adjusting to the number 3 spot. 6s and 4s seemed to come naturally.
That's a magnificent hit.
He smashed 32 off 33 before his heroic knock ended.
Oh, and that's a good ball. It's bowled him.
Dean Jones contributed only 16 when Akram bowled him with a superb Yorker, and Graham Wood, cleared of any bone damage, joined him soon after.
Shy of the stumps, and oh, that's going to be out. Yes, a magnificent.
Although the Aussies may have lost a few wickets, the result was never really in doubt, and in the end, it was a comfortable win to Australia.
Brings Australia a 5-wicket victory.
So for Australia to be guaranteed a place in the finals, we must beat Pakistan again in Tuesday's day-night match here in Melbourne, and then we tackle the Windies on Thursday in Sydney. The first final is a day-nighter at the MCG ablaze with the skipper back in return to form. Border took over the number 3 batting spot at the expense of Dean Jones, who's been dropped to 12th man. The match has been reduced to 43 overs, and with the players now back on the ground, Australia was 4 for 223 after 41 overs.
Australia's first wicket fell when David Boone was out to a catch from Akram with the score on 22.
And well taken too.
From the moment Alan Border walked onto the ground to replace Boone, the huge crowd came to life. The Aussie captain has struggled to find form in this series. His top score before today was only 18, but Border was set to make up for all that in just one innings.
Field, and it's 4. There's 50 for Alan Border.
Border's half-century came off 65 deliveries and included 8 fours. Even the rain held off until after he'd reached his 50, but almost unnoticed was an equally valuable knock from Jeff Marsh.
So Jeff Marsh joins his captain on a half-century.
The two moved Australia's score along to 136, but just as the heavens were about to open, so too did an opening for Pakistan.
He's gone, caught behind, and Javed Miandad very happy at getting the wicket.
Almost an hour's play was lost because of the rain, and although the break may have disrupted Australia's momentum, we're still building a big enough score to set Pakistan a target of around 5 and over.
Down to the boundary it goes, and Javed's not very happy.
Mark Ward tried to boost that run rate, but tried just a little too hard.
Bowled him.
A short time later, brother Steve joined him in the rooms for a duck.
Time now to take you back to the cricket, but just before we do, a recap. Australia ended its first innings on a high with 243 overs, and Graham Marsh making a century. After the tea break, Pakistan came out to bat and lost its first wicket with a run out, and the score was 1 for 1, and the excitement continued, and the rain also came down. But now it's back live to the end.
Quite brilliantly, the match was reduced from 50 overs maximum to 43 maximum each side. 4 for 258. Jeff Marsh 125 from 121 balls. And Alan Border 60 from 83. The partnership between Marsh and Border was 114 in 142 deliveries. And then a short partnership between Marsh and Mark Waugh. They put on 42 in 31 balls. Waugh didn't have much of the strike. He scored just about a run a ball there. And Steve Waugh out OBW to Tosif Ahmed, the off-spinner, without scoring. And then a great partnership between Marsh and Graham Wood, unbeaten on 80, and that came in only 49 first of all, and then get their run rate up past Australia's. They have to be scoring at something like 8 and over. So that's why they put Javed in at the top there, and why Ijaz has come in at... Ali comes in, and this, after some rather indifferent fielding from Pakistan, must have been, it seemed like fate, so far as they were concerned. 9 overs gone now, 91 to Marsh and 13 to Wood.
It's not bad for a man who's got 94 against his name when he started out. Still running like a hare. It was a very good call by Graham Wood because he heard umpire Randell call no ball, and he realised that there was no point in going for the run because they were going to get it anyhow. And that was about where he realised. He'd gone a couple of paces. Suddenly he realised that they'd already got the run for no ball, and he figured that Marsh, the man in the 90s, might as well stay on strike. He almost got cleaned up by the wicketkeeper for his trouble.
Switched around the wicket is troubling WSC Makram with his run in. Marsh is...
starting to find some real consistency in this competition, Jeff Marsh.
Beautifully placed again. That's half the battle on a big ground like this. But those singles and quick twos, it's taking their toll a little bit. Marsh is limping. Wood just grabbed his hamstring there. 10 off the over so far. For 223. 223. 97 to Marsh from 108. Wood 17. Jumble there. Unless Imran Khan has damaged the leg muscle and doesn't intend to bowl again. If he does, he won't be able to bowl his full 8.
Marsh on 97. Australia 4 for 224. Once again, the 4 men inside the circle are only just inside the circle. They won't save any singles.
Perfect way to bring up the 100. And that century will give a great deal of pleasure to a lot of people around Australia. He's a very gutsy cricketer, this fellow. A delight to see him back in form, have his feet moving and making runs.
Sixth century for Jeffrey Marsh. Gee, he hit that pull shot with a lot of power. The other thing that it brings home to you is just how fast this outfield is here at the MCG. Quite a heavy storm there about 6 minutes before 5 o'clock. Lasted for a good 20 minutes or so. The ground took a bit of a soaking, but it's still very fast.
Kind of a later cut than that.
Java just got a boot to that one. He was getting pretty close to the sideboard. Once the ball goes under the sideboard, it is a boundary. And he just kept it away from the tyres of the sideboard.
Since there was a dot ball, almost 4 overs. As field is running everywhere. One has gone back to deep backward square, almost a deep fine leg. Still 4 inside the circle, as there must be. Ten off that over. 4 for 233.
Coming the ball beautifully.
Single to Marsh, Imran the fielder. Just going back to this Australian run rate, which is very good at the moment. Pakistan will have their 43 overs maximum to bat. But they'll be working with their calculators at the moment, find out in what number of overs they actually have to make their runs. And that is so they can get their run rate up, well, not necessarily past Australia's, but up around about the same point. Because Australia have the match against the West Indies on Thursday. So all sorts of little angles coming up in the second innings of this match. First of all, Pakistan have to win. Get their 2 points to get level with Australia. If they don't do that, then nothing else applies.
This will be the situation when Pakistan bat. Maximum of 43 overs, 12 overs in which the field restrictions will apply. 3 bowlers can bowl 9 overs and 2 bowlers 8.
Just bouncing in front of the man at mid-wicket. Beautifully timed strike.
The way the players are timing the ball, this appears to be an excellent limited overs pitch. Ball coming onto the bat very nicely. There's quite a bit of bounce there. And the rain doesn't appear to have affected it adversely. It seems, in fact, to make the ball be just skidding onto the bat.
It's 4 for 243, 10 off that over. Off 243. The last over coming up, the 43rd. 111 to Marsh. And Wood is 23.
Pakistan fielders spread to the 4 wins at the moment. Javed is coming up now from deep mid-off to be the 4th man inside the circle. Just 1 man inside the circle on the onside. That's Abdul Qadir. Now there's been a change of heart. Javed is going back to the long off boundary, and Torsif has come up into the circle at 3rd man.
Beautiful stroke. This is a great assault by these players.
Sensible hitting though.
Oh, he wasn't really putting in the big one. Brilliant stuff from Jeff Marsh. The 250 came up in 263 balls in the 50 of the innings in just 29. Ijaz short there, and they'll pick up the 2nd run, and the captain is not pleased.
It's well bowled. There's 50 for Alan Border. No ball called.
Will do a lot for Alan Border's confidence. 8 boundaries in that 50, and he really is starting to find the middle of the bat pretty regularly. Just 65 deliveries.
At the MCG.
Well, that miracle that Imran Khan and the Pakistani side hoped for came in the form of a makeshift bowler, Javed Miandad, getting the prize scalp of Alan Border in magnificent touch here at the MCG. 60 runs in Australia now, 2 wickets down for 136.
8-up spectator in the Open. No score to Mark Waugh, hasn't faced a ball as yet. Came in at the dismissal of Border, who was caught by Amir Malik, the sub-wicket keeper.
Oh, and has he caught it? He has, and he's given him, no, yes, he's not, he's given him out. Well, that was a magnificent catch by Gus Logie. He's taken 1 or 2 straightforward ones, but that really was a beautiful catch. It must have been a very thin inside edge, hit the pad, went forward, and Logie, who's really very quick, had to dive way to his left to pick that one up. A lovely catch.
If Richards is after it. Good catch. What a super catch. Might not have picked it up as quickly as he wanted in the air. But it was a lovely catch. Made great ground to it, even with that injured ankle. Only injured playing tennis in Jamaica. And that concludes the Australian innings.
It's in the air, down towards the backward square leg. A high catch, well taken. Richards is out. McDermott, the fielder, well-judged catch. Richards on for 68.
He took that one away, and this could be out, or yes, he's got him, well taken. In the air, straight down towards fine leg, and Tim May down there had to go back in a real hurry. I thought that for a second he may be going over the line, but that was firmly hit and very well taken.
And that's well taken by Logie. Jeff Marsh is on his way.
Portford's carried, yes.